Day 17 of the BPL 2025 is set to sizzle. Fortune Barishal, just one win away from sealing the top four, faces a do-or-die Sylhet strikers teetering on the brink of elimination. Later, after the first loss of the season, Rangpur Riders will be fired up to settle the score against 𝗂𝗏𝗧𝗂𝗃𝗃 in a thrilling reverse fixture. The stakes are sky high, with playoffs looming, and the action is reaching a fever pitch. You don't want to miss the action. Second match. It is the Dutch Bangla Bank BPL 2025 powered by Rocket, co-sponsor 𝗃𝗃𝗃, and we're all set for the last phase. It is the Fortune Barishal taking on Sylhet strikers. We all know that Rangpur Riders have qualified, but Fortune Barishal, if they win today, they're going to make sure of that position in the top four.
Yeah, if they win today, they officially qualify. They have a very strong team, but they look at the number 3 and 4, Chittagong on 10, then Khulna on 8, and also Rajshahi. They won that very good match against the Rangpur Riders. Remember, Rangpur Riders is right at the top, but they've lost to Rajshahi, so they give them some sort of a opportunity to go and qualify for the playoffs.
Yes, of course, the teams will be looking forward to coming here back to the home of cricket in Bangladesh and putting up their best. And it's always a different stadium, a different city. So maybe something to think about, even a little warmer weather.
Yeah. I mean, it is going to go a little bit warmer from here on, but Fortune Barishal will.
We have reached the last leg of the BPL and we are back in Dhaka where it all started. Before I talk about the pitch, I want to talk about the bounce comparison out of the three venues. We started in Dhaka, went to Sylhet, then to Chittagong and back in Dhaka. The bounce comparison is very, very different. 15 centimeters more in Dhaka in day games. Suggests to me batsmen have been scoring freely. Bounce has been really good so that batsmen can trust the bounce and play through the line. Even the bowlers, if they hit the right length, there's bounce and enough movement to get out something off this pitch. About this, pitch number 8 have not been used for a very long time. Very, very hard underneath. On top there is green grass. Again, it's going to be the same how it started. Runs start to be made. 198 is the average score in the day games, and I feel still 190, 200 is the average score. Again, bowlers hit the length right, there is movement, there will be bounce with the new ball. Batters give itself a little time to settle in, lots of runs to be made. Back-to-back games coming up, I think the conditions are superb for 2 games.
Short while earlier, Atar Ali Khan was there with the 2 captains and the match referee, and this is how it ends. Sylhet strikers have won the toss, and not surprisingly, they're batting first. So, just have a look at the teams for Sylhet strikers. The 3 changes: Ehsan, Bhatti, Tanzim Shakib, and Nahidul come in. Out go Samila Shinwari, Riztopli, and Nihad Zaman.
Yeah, watch out for top 4. I think that is the crucial, most important part of the team. Down there batting first. The top 4 has to score runs. Barishal will be happy. He said he's happy to bowl first. The likes of Taijul Islam who's come back in the squad. Ripon Mulder, James Fuller also back in. Rishad Hussain was excellent. So I'm talking about Fahim Ashraf and company. If they can get it right, they can still restrict Sylhet strikers to a manageable total.
Well, we can hardly hear ourselves speak because the crowd have started chanting, because the umpires and the players are coming out, and play is about to start here. Looking forward to that. Let's go and join our first set of commentators, Fawaz Maroof and Tino Maboyo.
Thank you very much, Shamim Chowdhury. Match number 33. Fortune Barishal taking on the Sylhet strikers. Fortune Barishal will be happy that they are chasing. Very happy to chase down. They've been very good with the batting lineup. Fresh pitch number 8 has not been used for a very long time, says the curator to me, Damini. Opening the batting for Sylhet strikers, George Munzi. He's due for a big score and he's hoping a way to announce himself today when the chips are down on his side. Partnering him is Ronnie T, the wicket-keeper. Glimpses of good form, some good strikes, but again, substantial score is been missing. The new ball, sure the fast bowlers will bowl from the either end. It's going to be Ripon Mulder, youngster, very impressive in Chittagong with the new ball. He'll be running in, joined by Tino Maboyo. Tino, a must-win game for Sylhet strikers. They have to start well in the first 6 overs.
Yeah, good afternoon, Fawaz Maroof. Good afternoon to all of those that have tuned in. You're absolutely right. It's not been a great campaign for the Sylhet strikers, and they'll be looking to try and correct that today. It's so important that they get a victory.
Right on the money, Ripon.
Yeah. Watching your pitch report and listening into the comparisons you made between all three venues in terms of bounce, it means that this should be good batting conditions. Talk about the bit of extra bounce. Means the ball's just coming onto the bat a little bit more. So players really should be able to express themselves here in Dhaka.
One thing in common in all three venues has been the length. I think 5 to 6 meter length. We've been speaking a lot up in Chittagong. It will be more dangerous if the bowlers can bowl consistently on that length with the new ball. Let the batters get you off from that length. They do that, good luck to them. Because I feel a dark soil underneath, green grass on top. There will be some movement and some bounce, and try and capitalize with the new ball. And as batters, give yourself a slight chance by spending this little time and then runs to be made, because the bounce is true. It's just a 70-yard hit all around, except towards the scoreboard end, which is 65. All to play for both the sides. Outside edge, goes over the slip fielder, and Mahmudullah Riyad does the fielding early on. That's the bounce we've been talking about, Tino.
Ravindra Wimalasiri, one of our on-field umpires from Sri Lanka. Tanveer Ahmed, another on-field umpire for today. Bangladesh television umpire Minuzur Rahman Tinku. 𝗂𝗍𝗪𝗍 coming off an encouraging knock, previous one to this, and I'll be hoping that he can go on from here.
Pitch number 8, looking fresh, hard, grass on top. Batsman will enjoy. 198 has been the average score in the day games. I reckon a similar score is needed to stay in the game for Sylhet strikers. Beautiful length again, seam movement. This is a very good start by Ripon Mondal. He's down on pace, it's just 125.2. Well, let me tell you, the length he's bowling, it's a very dangerous one, and a lot of our questions being asked.
Yeah, I just have a bit of a concern with Ronnie Talukdar and the way that he plays balls that are outside the line of that off stump. Can't really see it from there, but his foot goes straight down the pitch. He doesn't get himself across. That's why that got himself a lot further across.
First over done, 5 for no loss. Here comes the president with the new ball, Mohammad Nabi. Bowled really well up in Chittagong with the new ball. Left-hander in at the crease. This is a no-brainer for me. Slowing it down, giving no pace at all for 𝗂𝗍𝗪𝗍.
Yeah, and what he'll do is exactly what he's just done there for the majority of his deliveries early on. He'll bowl the arm ball, get the ball to swing back into the left-hander, looking for the ball to go through the gate, looking for an LBW.
Coming, boys, Siva's coming.
Don't look to turn the ball much when it's new.
Oh yeah, there you go. He understands. He's very good in reading conditions, especially at the pitch. Just holding on in the pitch a little bit, just like that tennis ball. As you correctly said, he sets up the batsman, especially the left hand, bowling it slower. And then out come the arm delivery. That was he just skidding on to the bat. Manzi giving himself room, trying to go extra cover. Absolutely no pace or the length to play that stroke. Ronnie T is at the crease, deep mid-wicket and long on to the two fielders outside.
Bowling! Get by!
They clipped away for a single.
Sorry, mate, on the throw, sorry.
Little slower. And the last delivery to Ronnie T was the arm delivery we were talking about. So watch out, 𝗃𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗃. Mohammad Nabi is warming up. Here comes the ball in that arm delivery, which most of the left-handers around the world has got foxed.
Coming right, coming right. Come on boys, come on boys. একটু উপরে থাকিস। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ। একটু পিছে
Important
থাক।
game for Sylhet strikers. They have to win somehow to stay in the hunt.
Bowling Mike, bowling Mike.
Tough task,
Easy
batting
wicket,
first, put up a
let's
score against a
do
𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃
best.
side. In the air, no stroke at all, and no power, and an easy catch by Taijul Islam, who's playing today. And Mohammad Nabi strike for Fortune Barishal.
How often does he do this? 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 comes on early on in T20 cricket, squeezes and then gets a wicket. That's exactly why he's been given the responsibility of bowling early on. George Munsey, we've seen him play the shot effectively. Early on to the spinners, straight away he knew that he didn't get that one right. Taijul Islam completes the catch. Munsey goes for 4, 7 for 1.
The worst start a Sylhet striker side would have hoped for. Big hitting George Munsey is dismissed. Highly old canny bowler Mohammad Nabi slowed it down. It was around 80 kilometers per hour, no pace to work with, not the length also to play that reverse hit. Mohammad Nabi, how many times we have seen it over the years, striking with the new ball in the power play. In comes the better in form for strikers, Zakir Hassan, very impressive. Striker of 146 almost, he's been really good. Chip-in plays, I like this move by Tamim Iqbal, attacking the in-form player. Beautiful again, lovely length, lovely line and lovely place.
Yeah, what it means for the batter when he takes the pace off like this, they've got to play the stroke. They've got to try and play a shot with aggression and momentum. That was the arm ball again. Very nicely bowled. The end of the second over, a successful one for Mohammad Nabi, 7 for 1.
They'll be the second side qualified for the playoffs. Here comes James Fuller. Swing. And nicely played by Ronnie T, and a lovely piece of fielding by Taijul Islam. Full length dive to his right and save 2 runs there.
Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Nice strong in that offside area. A good bit of fielding because it's just hit the edge of the pitch and got a bit of extra bounce in there. If he hadn't got that hand on it, there was certainly running away for 4.
Outside edge again, beautiful length. Ideal conditions for James Fuller, playing for the first time in the this edition of the BPL. He has played it before. First game of the season, confirmation, economy of 7.86. Looks like the conditions up in England, which he prefers. Green top, hard pitch, hint of movement, ideally suited.
I think you might have enjoyed bowling on this, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Did you play here yourself?
I played a lot in Mirpur, more games in domestic than international. Good numbers, just the economy rate on the higher side, but he's an all-rounder. James Fuller did play in the LPL in Sri Lanka as well, did really well. Leg bice, down the leg side. The fast bowler, you got to get your line sorted when you're right-hand, left-hand combination. To a right-hander, that would have been a perfect delivery, just outside the off stump, not to the left-hander.
Yeah, just started too straight, didn't he? Coming off the 5 pad, but again, you can see a bit of extra bounce. Movement off the pitch as well.
Here's a question for you, Tino. Put yourself in the coaching department of the Sylhet strikers, or even the captain. Playing against a good bounce, very good bounce, off a good length, it just took off. It's nicely bowled by James Fuller. Back of the length, hitting the deck hard. Seam movement and bounce across the seamer. Zakir Hassan did really well in the end. Just to finish up on the question, Tino. Fortune Barishal loves chasing. They've got a very strong batting side, good bats up to number 8. And Sylhet strikers, they're not sure whether to bat first or bowl first, and they go and opt to bat first on a fresh pitch, on the first game of the new leg. Where Tamim Iqbal loves it. Outside edge, and takes it. The bounce has undone another player here. And James Fuller with his side is going to extract it. And Rishad Hussain, fielder at cow point, took it.
You look at this delivery, the bounce that you were speaking about earlier on, Fahim Ashraf, is what's undone him. Have a look at this. He's looking to go down the ground. It's the extra bounce that's got the ball to hit the top part of the bat. No control whatsoever. And another wicket for Zakir Hassan. For 4, it's 14 for 2.
Voting for 2.5 overs. Not the start, but Sylhet strikers were looking for. Some superb bowling, awkward bounce off a length. Zakir Hassan trying to play on the up. The hardness of the ball will have that bounce. And Rishad Hussain, the leg spinner. 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 came so slow. Swing again. Was it glove or was it thigh pad? It was nothing. Ravindra Vimala is unmoved. Mushfiqur Rahim is convinced. Tamim Iqbal just waiting for some confirmation either from the bowler or the wicket-keeper to go upstairs. 5 seconds more, Tamim, if you're going upstairs. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, time's up. Time's up.
I think this would have just brushed thigh pad on the way through. I haven't forgotten about your question, Parvez Maharouk. We'll come back to that in the next over. 3 done, 14 for 2. Early wicket's always important in any format of the game. Mushfiqur annoyed at himself because he moved quite well, got there and just let the ball through the gloves. Parvez, back to your question about Sylhet not quite sure whether to bat or bowl first and why the decision to bat on a fresh pitch with a bit of bounce that we've seen. I think for me, they're trying to be as positive as possible. They're trying to say to themselves, as we have a look at Hafiz's career, 20 careers, 6 matches only, so still very fresh.
What a shot. Down the ground and smash Mohammad Nabi. Not much left hands around the world will do this for Mohammad Nabi when you're only facing the second delivery. Out comes and bangs over the top.
Yeah, it tells me that he knows what Nabi's trying to do. Just get the ball to swing back into him with that arm ball. So no danger of the ball turning past the outside edge.
Excellent.
Yeah, to me, Sylhet is trying to be positive. Let's go out there on a fresh pitch, expect some bounce, ball coming onto the bat. Let's put a score on the board and let's try and defend it. That's what I read into this decision that they've made. They've made it about themselves. This was Nabi to Munzer. Got the ball angling into him from around the wicket. It forced him to try and hit over the offside, quicker and flatter. That final delivery that got the dismissal.
Just got the confirmation. Ehsan Hafiz is making his T20 debut. Man from Pakistan. Has to be some sort of good records coming from Pakistan in domestic cricket. Not the first class when it comes to T20. But for Sylhet strike to sign a player like that, second ball, has to be something about this player. Fortune Barishal for me, I completely agree with you. Looking to be positive Sylhet strikers, but sometimes I feel Respect the conditions, respect the opponents a little bit more and be more tactful. This is where I was slightly surprised by the tactics used by the strikers, the coaching staff and the captain. Not knowing how the pitch is going to be. The pitches have been relayed for a while. It's not been used after being relayed. 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗀 loves chasing. They take a huge gamble. Come out of it. I reckon one of these players, Ehsan or Ronnie, has to play a blinder of a knock.
Iyagul Islam been very busy in the field already so far today.
In the gap, two is a call by Ronnie T. More than that, oh, nicely timed and plays. And what a way to end the fourth over, 28 for 2. They matches in Mirpur, 4 games batting. First has won twice, second has won twice. Beautiful shot, the last ball of the previous over. Ronnie T. Plays it well, timed it well. Well in control. James Fuller. Get the right length with his side. He's going to extract so much bounce. Crowd has been building up. First game after a year while. Been to Sylhet, Chittagong, and we're back in beautiful Dhaka.
Yeah, nice to see the crowd coming in again. I thought Chottogram was fantastic. Not full yet here today at Mirpur, but you can expect that those numbers will increase as the day progresses.
I'm sure with Rangpur Riders playing the evening game, stands will fill up. Not the ideal seam position for James Fuller, just wobbling a little bit, but most important, but somehow after pitching there's some lateral movement for James Fuller. Imagine a bowler gets a seam upright with a new ball. The amount of movement he's gonna get. Very, very sporty pitch up in Mirpur. Shot in no man's land. Couple of bouncers and trickle passes the boundary. The short ball just hangs on to it, and Hafiz does a very good shot in front of square.
Now, there's one thing I've noticed about Hafiz in the few deliveries that he's faced. He's not afraid to express himself. The ball's there, he feels that he can get after it, he'll play a shot. This one, because of the bounce, quite high up on the bat, he still manages to get it away for the boundary.
The advantage of being an unknown quantity is that the opposition won't know about you. He's only played one list A game prior to this. So I'm sure 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗀 would have found any data, wouldn't have found much about Bhatti. Tom spinner Sultan is being missed. A lot of crowd support, as you said, for the local players as the overseas players. Ehsan has to kick on. He's looking dangerous. He's looking very positive. Outside edge. The slip was there before. Only 2 deliveries before he was taken off. Mohammad Nabi was there. James Fuller wouldn't have had, wouldn't mind having a slip after seeing how the bounce is.
Yeah, there's another example. It's come off the bottom glove. That extra bounce that you're talking about. Parvez Maruf.
Yorker. Knocked out nicely by Ronnie T. End of the fifth over. 33 for 2.
Both the openers back in the hut, and 2 batters on which they've been banking for a while now. Fahim Ashraf. He's thrown his bat at it. It's up in the air, but it's just falling short of the fielder in the deep. He must have had his heart in his mouth for a while. Hassan Bhatti, quite a revelation. Have another look at that. Just not quite getting. Maybe if it did, it might have got closer to that fielder.
Sylhet only managed to score 125, batting first. Ariful Haque was the one, the skipper. Made some effort to be in the middle, 36 of 29, nothing much from the rest. 𝗵𝗺 was the pick of the bowler. 3 for 15. Jahandat Khan, who's not in today, has gone back to Pakistan, 3 for 18. And Fahim Ashraf, who is in the attack at the moment, picked up 2 for 23. And they need to make a better effort here with the bat, because 34 for 2 from here on, they need to ensure, because winning the toss and deciding to bat first, you've got to make sure that you score somewhere around 160, 170 maybe, because this surface has been very good, Shamin. 198 is the average score, batting first here in Dhaka.
Well, it's again, this time around, Ronnie Talukdar is going to be taken. That was very injudicious. They were in trouble. He's taking a chance by throwing his bat, gets a leading edge or a top edge, and the simplest of catches. Nabi is doing the honors. He was not going to miss those.
Only faced, that was his 9th delivery that he faced. Really want to smash it outside part of the bat, and then it loops up. Easy, too easy. Watching Barishal picks up another one. Ronnie T goes for 9, 34 for 3.
In the power play, losing 3 wickets, going at 6.18. Not on. Sylhet strikers got a whole lot of work to do to recover from this.
Now to play it on the onside, it gets a splice of the bat and it just loops up. When you start losing wickets, then you need to take a little bit more responsibility. He thought he was in business for a boundary. Not the case.
You're right. I think responsibility is the word. Even the 2 opening batters, Mansi tried to reverse only the 2nd over of the game, and the need to batten down and establish an opening partnership. Qadim Alain in the middle now. What is his approach going to be? Needs to be careful and needs to do and see what the bowler is doing, because the bowlers have got their tail up. Not they're having bowled a ferocious spell or anything. It's just the manner in which the batters have gone about their shots that's a little disappointing from the Sylhet perspective.
Just 24 years of age, Qadim Alain. Played for Barbados Royals. Overseas player, we need to put his hand up to put a decent score.
Well, he's going over the top. There's a chance here, and it's been grabbed. Whoa! What about that catch? Look who's taken this. Mohamed Riyad, moving like a 16-year-old, goes across and takes a superlative catch.
Now, we've seen so many wonderful catches. He's a senior campaigner. Just have a look at this. It was going away from Mahmudullah, and it went in like a panther. Look at that dive. Oh, right in the end, grabbing it. That is a fantastic catch. Alain has to go. Gone for naught. It's 34 for 4.
In Dar Straits, the Sylhet strikers losing wickets. As the 4th wicket they've lost. And what about this catch? Spectacular, to say the least.
A wonderful, wonderful anticipation. He never gave up. He knew he was in business, but in the end had to dive. And dive it to perfection to take that brilliant catch. Mohammad Mahmudullah. What an over this is turning out to be. In his very first over, he's picked up 2 now.
Oh, Riyad, carry on. You're playing like this, batting well, bowling well, catching them. 37th innings for Nahidul Islam. Well, not much to write about, but he can do something for his team by being sensible in his approach. Oh, just tucked around the corner, is off the mark. Just a single. It's been a terrific over from Fahim Ashraf. Couple of wickets, couple of runs, 35 for 4. Will be for the next phase of play when there will be lot more protection outside the 30-yard circle. But still the slip in position. That is good to see. Skipper keeping up the pressure. Nahidul face up to Ripon Mondol. Gone for 4 runs in his first over, and all the bowlers have been quite impressive. He slaps it away in the gap. There is some protection at the deep at point.
I mean, if you look at the batting strength of Sylhet strikers, they did manage to score more than 200. That was against the high-flying Rangpur Riders. They made 205 for 4 in that particular game, and still lost by 8 wickets. Already back in the herd is Zakir Hassan, who's been among the runs. So is Ronnie T and George Munzi. These are the top 3 batters for them, but they're all back in the hut.
Oh, 𝗂𝗍 back of line does well to just allow the ball to come onto the bat, and with soft hands take a single. I'm a little surprised. Ariful Haque not coming in a little earlier. Should have elevated himself in the batting order. He's done well. He comes in at times when the team is in trouble. He tries to recover, tries to play for the team, does not really allow him to play his natural game. So maybe could have done with him in the middle. Once again, not really getting hold of that one. Got to get a single.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Ariful Haque, where are you? As a skipper, we know that he's also been pretty decent with the bat. He has to understand, even though you've lost 4 wickets, you should have been in the middle. Because the more these 2 bat, and if they don't really go at a run rate that you're looking forward to, they're going at under 600 and over. So you're asking for trouble here.
Nicely guided away. That is what they've got to do for a while at least. Steady the rocking boat. Have a look at the power play highlights. Well, the highlights for the bowlers. There you see, straight away trying the reverse George Swansea, not the most judicious of shots, and then this was simple enough. Good take by Barishal. Trying to get him move on too early in the innings. In the process, they've really given the fielders a heyday in terms of getting catches. But what about this? One of the best I've seen for a while. From Mahmudullah Riyad. Oh, not again. He's charged down the wicket. He's going to take on the bowler that's racing away to the boundary.
Maybe that's why he's been sent up the order. Batting coach to Shah Imran. For Sylhet strikers, he'll be very disappointed. Yeah, shimmy down the wicket and a slap down the ground. Now, if he can go and pick a few boundaries here, will just give them the kind of momentum that they're looking forward to. 4 down inside the power play.
Little shuffle. That is excellent from Nahidul. Waits for it. Soft hands. A single to finish a big over. 9 runs. 44 for 4. Gone back, but similar kind of scores in this match also. The return match. Yes, that's a good looking bouncer from Ashraf.
Yeah, if you look at that match, the graphics will tell you that it's Ariful Haque who was the highest scorer for his team. Ariful Haque, 36 of 29, same opposition. But in batter number 7, maybe that's the reason why he has not pushed himself up the order. If he has to, I mean, obviously he'll be coming at number 7 for sure. But at the moment in trouble at 4 for 4.
Yes, indeed. And just a little bit of hesitation there from the 2 batters. But recovering quickly enough to make sure they reach the crease before the ball is thrown and the wicket's broken. Need to rotate the strike. That's imperative, in addition to getting some boundaries. Maybe put the pressure back on the bowlers, because the bowlers have had it very easy all afternoon long so far in the last 7 overs. It is about time. It's very, very pleased to see yourself on the big screen. As I was saying, it's about time that the batters show some sort of control. Well, what about that movement of the leg? And just a single once again. Trying to upset the rhythm of the bowler, trying to catch the eye of the bowler by moving around at the crease before the delivery.
Got to make an impression with the bat, Hassan Bhatti from Pakistan. He's only played list A games, which is the 50-over games. So he hasn't had the experience of T20, but he would understand what he needs to do for his team. Score and score quickly.
Naidul is really doing something that he should not have done. Trying to have a wild swing at it, gets the inside edge, and it crushes onto the stumps. Another one bites the dust.
It's turning out to be very, very poor effort with the bat. And they have no clue whatsoever, especially when someone like Fahim Ashraf is in the attack. He had figures of 2 for 3, and it goes 3 for 3 because of that. Big swing, inside edge, and onto the stumps. So another one goes half of the side back in the hat, and it's only the 8th over. It's all 8s here. He's gone for 8, 46 for 5.
Jagir Ali, now he's shown a little bit of resilience and a little bit of attacking strokes, but he needs to be very careful. Well, that is decent enough, and there's been an excellent bowling from Fahim Ashraf.
Have a look at that length, moving his left leg and then trying to smash it on the ground. Big inside edge, or unlucky because it hit his right foot and then onto the stumps. Very, very unlucky.
Well, but that was a rather injudicious stroke attempted. At this point in time, you need to be a little more circumspect. Just like that, play the ball to its merit. Do not try to be too fancy. Another wicket taking over from Fahim Ashraf. It's 46 for 5. And really put your best in when you're batting first. Look at those fall of wickets. That's not going to make any Sylhet strikers fan happy. There's a man who can give the ball a little bit of a rip. Rishad has done 11 wickets so far. Eased away into the deep quite comfortably for an amble single. They're not going to think about just setting the ground on fire. They shouldn't, the batters. What they need to do is just ensure they play out the 20 overs. They're only in the 9th over now. Rishad Hussain trying to get some purchase. He's got a slip in position. Backward point, deep cover, and a long off on the offside. Just asking the mid-on fielder to go into the deep at long on. He's got a deep mid-wicket and a deep backward square leg. Next ball is eased away into that gap in the covers, and it goes for 4 runs. Didn't seem to be too much effort in trying to get to that ball. Went away. Very welcome boundary.
Yeah, 50 up with the boundary. I think he's also missing out in terms of what he did in recently Bangladesh tour to the Caribbean. He was in a smashing form in all formats, and they would have had hope that Jagir Ali would have kicked on. Look at that turn. He scored 183 runs before this match, Jagir Ali, at a strike rate of 142, but he hasn't played a long innings. 47 now has been his best, but he needs to ensure that he bats till the 20th over to give his side some hope. Oh, lucky, very lucky there.
Well, he's not going to survive for long if he plays that kind of shot. As you said, very, very fortunate on that occasion, trying to sweep. Gets the top edge and goes over the keeper's head. There you go. Just a hint to turn. He's trying to drag it. Better to play with the turn along the ground. Rishad is getting some purchase from this wicket. Oh, goodness. Look at the movement. from 𝗧 hop backwards, trying to play inside out.
Coming boys.
Barishal coming back from a very good outing against Khulna Tigers when he smashed 39 of 29, and then he picked up a wicket of 17. Correction, 39 in 19 deliveries. Some player who will also be very effective for Bangladesh to find a right-arm wrist spinner. It's a very good find. Really good fielder also. 11 in that over. After 9, it's 57 for 5.
Again, we say that after a pause, there might be a lapse in concentration. Don't want to do that. Waited on that one nicely. Couldn't penetrate that gap. A little bit of a fumble. Thought of a run. Not there.
It's the batting that has let them down. Ariful Haque is still yet to come. Expected to come at number 8. Too low down the order. Yes, good to see Tamim and Mushfiqur back in the squad. He can bat. And I'm sure he's going to bat before Shuman Khan.
And right here in the grandstand, we have zone 36. Mohammad Nabi there. 1 for 17. Zakir Ali, what is he going to do? All he can do is go back and play it quietly away for a single. And right here in the grandstand, we have zone 36, a heartfelt tribute to the wounded student warriors of that historic movement. It's a moving reminder of how much courage and resilience shaped our nation. Nabi carries on. Oh, got the leading edge. Fortunately, no fielders close by.
Now, Ariful Haque will need to keep a close eye on the surface, because if you look at the spinners, especially the spinners, yes, it's Fahim Ashraf who's picked up 3 wickets, but there's a lot of grip and turn for the spinners, for Mohammad Nabi, and also we've seen from the other end, Rishad Hussain. So you need to get to a total of 130, 140 if they can manage to do that, and then try to fight, because it's really important for Sylhet striker to win and stay alive in this competition.
Well, they are just about surviving at the moment. Halfway through the innings, Sylhet strikers are 59 for 5.
Hazy Sunday afternoon here near Pore, and the Sylhet strikers who decided to go up front and bat first, finding it somewhat challenging here. Back in Dhaka, Dutch Bangla Bank BPL as 11th edition started here in late December, early Jan, and now we're back here for the latter stages. Tajul Islam. It's into proceedings. Tricky Wiley fellow back into the side for Barishal. And I look at the surface. It's very pleased. Power plays and everything. So 𝗂𝐽𝐸 alongside. Coach's hat on for you, King. I'm just thinking, what would you have said with the break in play and being out there as a coach and a chat and a discussion with your batters?
Hello, Daniel. No, but it's got to be discussion of batting 20 overs. That has to be the key. Half of the team are already back in the pavilion. So that should be the first thing. Try to bat 20 overs. And if you do that, you will get runs.
Fingers crossed. So let do. But here's another wild heave. Well, we keep saying it, stating it, inside the power play, you lose wickets. Doesn't tend to bode well in the contest. With a leg on that, scooting down the leg side, but difficult to get away. Tajul Islam, he is tricky. Yeah, well, I said it's wide. Come off the pads of Ashan, you saying? So an extra to the total, much needed. And gives it a crack, gives it a good lick. This has gone full toll. Another.
A wonderful strike by Hassan, the longest part of the boundary as well, deep mid-wicket. That was a good strike.
Yeah, only the second maximum struck in this innings. Hello. Dancing shoes on and slicing with a bit of luck. Bigger boundary square here at Mayapur compared to Chitters. We've had 11 at 70 for 5. It's been a bit of a struggle here. Strikers this afternoon. Well, that's very close to do that. So no wonder 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 into his final over is wincing for a bit. Partnership, it's blossomed a little. I'd love it to go deep. Hustle, hustle, gentlemen. 25 the partnership now.
𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 into his final over. Has been a very good spell for him. 1 for 19. In the air, and that's gone a long way over the boundary for 6. Another maximum, this time 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 in the short time I've been back in Bangla. Very confident, good at using his feet. Wanted to take on 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 in that big boundary. That is over long on. It's another big pocket. You mentioned Kurt, that deep mid-wicket in the previous over. This, yeah, it's a monster. 78, didn't quite get all of it. You saw a hand come off the blade. Still the biggie.
Wow!
They needed that. What do we got? 8 off, 1 to go here. Fans coming in all the time. Super Sunday, that's a Monday in this part of the world. Friday, the big day off, and Saturday's the weekend. Sliced, up. Mummers! Muhammadullah. 2 catches for him today. The veteran gobbles this one.
Not sure that was the right approach. Already had 8 in the over. Advanced down the track, didn't get the distance, got the height, and look how far in from the boundary ropes Mahmudullah was. That's an easy catch for him. Hassan Hafiz is going for 28. Sylhet strikers in real trouble. 78 for 6.
Sir, you are giving us a lot of pressure.
We've had a dozen overs, and the Sylhet strikers are 6 down now, and they've only posted 78. But 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 ended up with 2 for 26, and Mahmudullah gleefully accepts the opportunity. 1 for 28 for show. There's Shami and Rafael. So come out with the middle, going 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Ah, the old one.
Keep going, buddy.
Turning 39 next month.
Ow!
Yeah, it's Father Time, and he is looking a little like Father Time. A little bit of salt and pepper with the beard now, isn't there?
Hello.
Hint of grey through it. Mummers. Oh, bold, slower. Just made 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 wait for it. They can't. I thought this would be fielded for sure, but no.
Hey, Richard.
appreciably slower. 77 Ks versus 83 the previous. Lovely placement. Waited long enough, but I thought the field would get that. More.
Well, the fielder isn't as quick as you, Danny, back in your day. You would have cut that off quite easily, wouldn't you?
I would have hopped along and done a forward roll and still stopped it. Not. Ariful Haque, 𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗃𝗃. He's out in the centre later in the order at number 8, but very capable. Cricket fans will know. It's a long one. Bold. 𝗿𝗁𝗂𝗍𝗍. Tantalising with that bit of flight and stuff. You've got to have the right shoes on, don't you, Kurt? Got to have the sprinting shoes on. Looks like he's got his dancing shoes on here as 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. What a movement in the crease. Shimmy. Oh, bold. 6 from the 13th. That's 84 for 6. In the Sri Lankan and the Afghan. But here is the Kiwi South African, James Fuller. Bit of extra bounce. He's at his injury woes. So first outing of this 11th edition for James Fuller. Smiles and happiness. Sun out, smiling. So are the fans. A bit of late lunch scoff time. Good stuff. Careful in there. Easy two. Wide open spaces. Big real estate here at Mayapur compared to Chittagong. Was that Chattogram? Apologies.
The question is, can the strikers bat out their 20 overs? They're only in the 14th. They've already lost 6 wickets. Has been a terrible BPL for the Sylhet strikers, Danny. They're rock bottom, can't seem to get off.
And Barishal, look at that, 50-50, matches 5, look at that. 1-5, Fortune bowling first, that stat. They're loving it, they do like bowling first. So they were happy that Ariful Haque said, look, we'll bat first and put something on the board. So Tamim Iqbal, he would have been happy about that because he wanted to bowl first anyway.
Yeah, and they are doing a fantastic job. 2 wins for the strikers, Danny. 7 losses. A terrible BPL for them.
You can't lose 3 wickets, let alone 4 wickets inside the power play. Really asking for problems. Has he got this? No, he hasn't. El Presidente has got in the way. Mohammed Nabi says thank you very much.
Going for the big one. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, short delivery, was hit too high on the bat, and an easy catch for Mohammed Nabi at mid-wicket. Fuller's picked up his second. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is going for 24. Sylhet strikers, 87 for 7.
They're going about that Aussie Devils number 87. Of course, England don't like 111 with Nelson, with the superstitious behaviour. 87's not a great number because it's 13 short of 100. The Aussies will tell you. Not being good for Sylhet either here. There's Tanzim Hassan-Shakib. It's looking to hang in here, as you say, Curtly. They're in danger of being bowled out. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, the danger man, couldn't get it over the rope. He's well short in the end. 𝗂𝗵𝗶𝗀 with another easy one. Full of swapping ends. He was coming from the far end as we look at it from our broadcasting end. We've had 14 overs and it's that bingo score of 88 for 7. 𝗍𝗫 for 7. Still got 6 overs to go, folks. It's nice, a little bit of relief. Tanzim. Feel good, and it's back to you, skipper. Strike to Ariful and see what he can do.
It has been some very good bowling from Fortune Barishal. But the flip side to it is the strikers have played some poor shots as well. Certainly didn't help their cause. If you're just joining us, strikers won the toss, electing to bat first. Turning out to be a poor decision, Danny.
It's a tricky one because you think, well, this is a fresh pitch. The recent history is it comes on nicely. Bounce is consistent. It's a bit more than the old mere poor dark-looking clay and what have you. So they've revamped it in recent times. So Ariful Haque said, no, we'll go up front. We want to put some pressure on you. It's a day game. Sun's out. Let's get fired up and exchange a few. Well, it hasn't turned out so good. Tamim Iqbal is smiling at the moment more so. Is that little bit of grip too off the surface?
I look at it a little bit differently. I reckon if it's a new surface, you're not sure about it, have a ball first and see what happens.
Funnily enough, you used to open the bowling too. You'd be itching to get the ball in your hand, wouldn't you? A little bit of green. It's a little bit of greenness about the 22 yards. And I hear what you're saying because you don't know what's going to happen with it because it is new. But I admire the ballsiness of Ariful Haque. Hasn't worked out. We've had 15 and Sylhet struggling at 92 for 7.
It's that sort of season for Sylhet strikers when nothing's going their way. At the moment, they're struggling on 92 for 7. Keeper Ariful, the only batter who could help Sylhet to go on to post a respected total in the end. 16 balls since the last boundary. Been a struggle for Sylhet strikers. Tamim Saqib goes downtown and goes all the way for the maximum. A welcome sixer for Sylhet strikers as I welcome Tino. Hello, Tino.
Hey, Mazza. Yeah, this is nicely struck. He's seen a bit of air. He's seen that the length is quite full. And that he's got the opportunity to go downtown. Nicely done.
Short ball, this time pulled it away. Fielder at deep mid-wicket. Oh boy. It's the President Nabi. Missed it all together. We don't see that often from Nabi.
Yeah, it can happen, can't it? And even a man of Mohammed Nabi's experience, this can happen. Brings up the 100. 103 for 7.
Huge shout and given. And Tamim Saqib goes for the review immediately, but it looked adjacent.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked feet landing. It's a fair delivery. Can I have the front-on view first? It appears close to the bat. For confirmation, can I have the Ultra S, please? Q. Can you show it again for me, please? Yep. Move forward. Flat line when ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. Can I have the ball tracker, please?
There it is.
Pitch outside the off, impact in line, wicket hitting. Go back to on field. Tanvir, stay with your original decision. You are on screen.
Waste of a review if ever I've seen one. They lose their 8th. Tanzim Shaki for 13. It's 103 for 8. Such a beautiful venue, isn't it? Here in Mirpur.
Great atmosphere, to be very honest. Players love playing in Mirpur. We have seen crowds coming in numbers. That's the wicket of Tanzim Shaki. He was dead plumber. I'm sure he knew he was goner, but still went for the review. Just held its line, skipped through.
Now, look at that reaction. That was a split second after he had asked for the review. It doesn't make sense to me.
That was powerfully struck. Skipper Ariful Haque, fielder at long on, quite straightish. The lowest total in this edition of BPL has been 119. End of the over, Sylhet 105 for 8. Lost 4 in the power plays, 3 in the middle overs as well. We are into the business end of this innings. Fahim Ashraf to continue, bowled brilliantly. 3 for 3 from his 2 overs. Outstanding. You don't get to see such figures in T20 cricket, Tino.
Not just outstanding today. Outstanding throughout. Top wicket taker for Barishal. And as you say, these are unseen figures in any format, not just T20. He's really been outstanding with the ball. Fahim Ashraf.
He's got that game sense, Tino. He's a utility cricketer, street smart cricketer. Plays with the mind of the batters as well.
And those are the 3 wickets to fall. Good catch from Nabi. And then Kadeem Lane. What an outstanding catch that was from Mamdullah. And the final one, bottom edge onto that off stump. All of those are a result of just hitting consistent areas, putting pressure on the batters.
Flashed that away. Fielder at deep third had no chance. Mahmudullah Riyad. That was nicely timed by Ariful.
Just an example of what a good surface this is. Because there's just a bit of width, but enough for Ariful to get it behind square and wide enough for the third man for the boundary.
Bit of hesitation. Destino, just going back to Fahim Ashraf, is someone who loves bowling against the right-handers. I'm sure you have come across this as well, where the bowlers love to bowl against the right-handers or maybe the left-handers. He's picked up 13 wickets, including these 3 today, 10 of them coming against the right-handers. So he really loves to bowl against the right-handers.
That's him today. And just look at the cluster of all of the deliveries. That's the consistency I was referring to earlier that's allowed him to be successful.
Short and wide again, and straight to the fielder. Would you believe it? Even Fahim Ashraf can't believe it. Absolutely flabbergasted, Ariful Haque.
Yeah, he's not expecting to get a wicket with that delivery. Really was a hit-me ball, could have hit it anywhere for a boundary. But when things are going well for you, these kinds of things happen. Fahim Ashraf celebrates his 4th with Mushfiqur Rahim. And Sylhet continue to capitulate. Ariful Haque on for 12. 109 for 9.
Absolutely outstanding. 4 for 7. Fahim Ashraf, take a bow. Can he pick up a fifer? The last wicket that he picked, not the best of deliveries. Even he would agree, Fahim Ashraf. But as you mentioned, Tino, some days even the poorest of deliveries can earn you a wicket. 𝗂𝗻𝗵𝗂, the last man in for Sylhet strikers. End of another successful over from Fahim Ashraf. Sylhet 109 for 9. 25. James Fuller to continue. Also bowled well. 2 for 16 onto his final over. From New Zealand, however, got the British passport. Played for Hampshire. And Gloucestershire as well, also played for Middlesex. 𝗂𝗻𝗵𝗂 and Shumon Khan are the last men in. James Fuller has actually given away 38 runs in an over in a T20 match. 𝗵𝗺𝗽𝗂𝗃𝗃 was the batter.
How Sylhet would love that now.
At the moment, they just want to survive the 20 overs, Sylhet strikers. That would be the first goal for them. Won't be easy though. Relying on the tail enders. Quiet, really quiet. They want more sixes and boundaries. Edged, and it will earn 𝗂𝗻𝗵𝗂 a boundary. Not the most convincing way, but Sylhet would take it.
Yeah, Sylhet will take anything at this moment in time. 50 dot balls in those 17 and a half overs that have been bowled. That's more than half of the balls that have been delivered. Thick outside edge, fine enough for a boundary.
Clip in place now. Single taken by 𝗂𝗻𝗵𝗂. And Tino, how about the zero waste zone at the clubhouse upper stand, also known as the Shahid Mushtaq stand? In collaboration with the Ministry of Environment, this initiative is raising awareness about eco-friendly practices to protect our planet. It's a fantastic step by the Bangladesh Cricket Board. Long on comes inside the circle now. Finding that outside edge again. Really feel Fuller now should eye that block hole and wrap things up.
Yeah, go full and straight.
Last one, eh?
Your best option is to try and sneak that Yorker into these lower order batters. Got the pace behind him to get through the defenses as well.
A single to end the over, 7 coming from it. Sylhet 116 for 9. How many of those dot balls did the other teams conceded in this tournament? 50 of those by Sylhet strikers. We're into the 19th over of the innings. Too much, Tino. That's too much. Obviously, they lost a lot of wickets. Oh, he went for that Yorker and finally picks up the fifer. Outstanding bowling by Fahim Ashraf. An ideal delivery to undone a tail ender.
Yeah, it always works, doesn't it? Get that Yorker in. Good pace. And Fahim Ashraf continues to cause problems for the batters. First 5-4 in this edition of the BPL. That's a beautiful delivery. Sneaks in under the bat, crashes into the off stump. And Fahim Ashraf wraps up the innings. Shumon Khan gone for 7. Select all out 116.
𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃 will be really happy the way they performed after being sent to bowl first, and that man on screen will surely lead from the front. I have never seen such bowling performance in the recent times, especially in this format of the game. Take a bow, Fahim Ashraf.
Yeah, outstanding numbers, 5 for 7. One delivery into his final over of the spell. Outstanding contribution from Fahim Ashraf. So let's strike. Once again with ball in hand. Take a look at how the innings progressed. First man to go, 𝗵𝗺𝗪𝗍. And then what an outstanding catch from a bit of extra bounce to get the second wicket. A couple of lusty blows. This was Ronnie Talukdar. Top edge comfortably taken by Mohammad Nabi. And then Kadeem Lane looking to go over the top. That's a great catch as well from Abdullah Riyad.
Not taking anything away from Fahim Ashraf, but having a look at the shot selections of this Sylhet strikers batting was sloppy. Really sloppy. 116 that they managed to post, but I really feel it's not going to be enough, especially against a team like 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃 who loves to chase. Mahmudullah Riyad was outstanding in the field today. Some lusty blows, but most of them held straight to the fielders. Been a clinical bowling performance by 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃 and Rishad Hossain. That delivery to Andan Tanzim Saqib, and as I mentioned, not the best of deliveries, but he was amongst the wicket. But that's probably the best delivery that Fahim Ashraf bowled today. 117 is the target for 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃. And we hope to see an exciting chase, and for that you have to wait and come back up.
Welcome back. Have a look at those 5 wickets. I'm sure Sir Curtly Ambrose, you are mighty impressed with his bowling display.
Certainly bowled well. Some irresponsible batting as well. But that's what pressure does. Just kept getting wickets. Batters had no answer to his bowling. And to have picked up 5 wickets in less than 4 overs was magnificent. Look at the length. Good cluster, 42-43% on a good length. That is consistency. 117 runs to win for the Fortune Barishal. That should be easy pickings, Athar, but you never know in this game.
Secretly, Amrus, they have such a strong batting lineup. I still feel they'll get home quite easily. Once again, a disappointing performance with the bat from Sylhet strikers. Remember, they're the one who won the toss and decided to bat first. But if you want to bat first after winning a toss, you're passing a message that yes, you want to put runs on the board. Did not happen. Thanks to that wonderful display of bowling from Fahim Ashraf from Pakistan. It's the second 5-wicket haul this edition of Bangladesh Premier League. Taskin Ahmed, who's got the all-time best figures, 7 for 19. His figures are 5 for 7 also, 4th best in all of BPL. 𝗀𝗄𝗽𝗍 will be eyeing to get a good one here. He's too good a player to miss out. Right-hander, and with him is the elegant experience and the flamboyance of Tamim Iqbal. He's been in good nick. Right, spin to start with. Not a bad choice to have a spin right from the word goes. Nahidul Islam, 39 wickets. Right, slip in place. We saw the ball do a little bit for the spinner, so I think it's a good idea to open the bowling with spin. Take that. 4. Nice way to get off the market. We're just touch short. Gets the treatment.
Slightly flighted delivery. I reckon he got some width. 𝗿𝗏𝗽 and slapped it away for the first boundary of this innings. Barishal up and running.
And then he picks up a single. Yeah, they lost 2 matches this season so far, and both to the same team, Rangpur Riders, who will be in action later tonight, this evening. They'll be up against Durbar Rajshahi. Yeah, they'll just want to get into that good momentum here, because they have been in a pretty decent momentum. They've got 3 wins on the trot, and they would like to start in that fashion. The bowlers have done the part. It was total dominance. Has gone through. Poor, sloppy.
That is something no bowler wants to see. And to make matters worse, you're trying to defend a very small total. That was terrible, right through his legs. And all of a sudden, it's 9 runs from the over with 2 deliveries to go. Can't afford to make those simple mistakes when only defending 116.
Single to finish the over. It's a good over. 10 coming in that over. Barishal, 10 without loss. Tanzim Hassan Saqib is the new bowler. Good to see him back in the 11. Should they qualify? They did carry. It was in the air, but nicely struck. Hands on the head. Jacker really feels it might have been a bit closer there.
How close was it to the fielder? Certainly was in the air. Falling short. Wouldn't have effect to catch. Would have been impossible.
Had to come in a bit quicker. That's well bowled. Look at that goal. Look at that. That even beat not only the bat, that beat in the keeper. Yeah, because it's just indicating the ball moved after it passed the batter. It just moved away from him.
It was a very good delivery. Pitched and left Tamim. And look at the keeper. He was in a good position, but that late swing after the ball pitches just touched the fingers four byes.
He's got 11 wickets, Tanzim Hassan Saqib, well balled, playing a miss. This is turning out to be a really good over. Yeah, look at that bounce. Even Tamim and Mushfiqur says, yeah, it's flying. Still a little bit wide, chased that one. He's bowled some lovely deliveries, and he's only bowled 3 deliveries, and all have been pretty decent. This time he finds the gap. What a cracking square drive that is from none other than the elegant Tamim Iqbal.
It wasn't that bad a delivery, to be fair. If anything, maybe just a little bit too wide of off stump. Gave Tamim Iqbal a free flow of the hands. Just need to bowl a little bit closer. "29 fours, 8 sixes in this tournament for Tamim Iqbal.
Come back for the second. Yeah, when the team does not really put a big total, there's no pressure at all. Couple of good overs, they wouldn't mind it. But they've started in a really good fashion. 10 runs in the previous over, and already 10 in this over. Looking dark for them, for Sylhet strikers.
If they continue in that vein, it could be a very short innings for Barishal.
Trying to bowl that Yorker. Finishes with the dot. 20 without loss. 170. That's why it's important to see the back of Tamim Iqbal for the opposition, because if he just hangs around, then he makes it big. Yes, couple of last 2 matches, he hasn't been in the middle for a long time. But he's got a bit of a start here. He's raised to 11 of 9. Soft hands, good running.
Ronnie, the fielder, was very close to the circle, so there's no way he could have prevented that single. That's good running.
I have a slip in place. I know it's a low total, but you can only keep them in any sort of pressure if you start picking up wickets. That's the reason why I feel that maybe a slip in place, especially for when Nahidul is in the attack. Even Saqib, Tanzim Hassan Saqib, because you cannot defend this total if you don't pick up wickets. And also, there you go, right on the money. And he's holed out in the deep. 𝗵𝗺𝗽.
Trying to take on the spin of Nahidul. Well-flighted delivery. It was in the arc, but he never got the distance. 𝗵𝗺𝗽, and an easy catch at long on for Ariful. And that's what they need. They got to take wickets on a regular basis if they want to win this game. Tawhid 𝗿𝗺𝗽 is gone for 6. Fortune Barishal 22 for 1.
The left-hander 𝗵𝗲𝗃 is in the middle because of this. He thought he was in business, but just didn't have enough legs. Well taken in the deep by the skipper. Taken some wonderful catches, but it's the batting that has let his team down. Closing into 1,000 runs in BPL. Do not disturb the scorers in the last match. Got a golden duck, Malan. Inside edge. He'll open his account with a single.
Oh, look at those colors, Arthur. Red, gold, green, and black. The Rasta colors. After 3 overs, 23 for 1.
11 wickets. A couple of matches, the last few matches. Back hit. Oh, that's hit the slip fielder, just bouncing in front of. Again, there's a bit of movement after it passes the batter.
Keepers seem to have been a little bit of an issue with those deliveries that are, as they say, snaking around. That was good, he was there, and then look at it, kept going.
Concentrating hard here. Yeah, you're talking about that hat in the stands, one of the fans. The first thing that comes to my mind is Bob Marley from Jamaica.
Well, Bob Marley is the most famous of our reggae icons, but generally associated with the Rastas.
And I also remember, Sir Vivian Richards, you're wearing those wristbands in the same colors while playing. I'm sure you must have seen him wearing them.
Of course, you know. So Viv used to wear them. I used to wear them in the early part of my career as well, red, gold, and green. And then the powers that be decided that wristbands has to be white. Maybe the colors was too militant for them, I don't know.
But he's got enough. Oh, well done. Nearly pulled a stunner there, Ronnie T. But he ensured that the ball is in play. Good work, really good work.
That would have been an absolute beauty had he held on. Uppercut from Malan. He got it, but his momentum was taking him over the ropes, and he had a presence of mind to toss it back in play. That was brilliant, even though he couldn't hold on to the catch.
I think this is really good work, because even if he had caught it, he would have been gone over the ropes. Would have been a 6 or a 4. The good presence of mind to throw the ball back in. $25 on the board. Few issues with the eye, maybe. I'm not sure. He's okay, he's fine. On strike. David Malan. Too wide. Too wide. It is a boundary. That is a poor delivery.
Overpitched. And a bit too wide as well. And Malan took full advantage. Wasn't the best delivery this time from Tanzim. And this 116 is looking smaller and smaller.
got a good fan following here, Malan. Over ball. I mean, that's the area that he needs to bowl on a consistent basis. Good way to finish the over. After 4, Fortune Barishal, 29 for 1. We saw it initially, the first phase was in Dhaka. Chock-a-block here. Move to Sylhet, very good. Really good crowd. And then also in Chattogram. Very pleasing to see so many coming in big numbers. Look, have a look at that second tier. Chock-a-block. And it just uplifts the tournament, doesn't it, 𝗂𝗏𝗧 Ambrose?
Coming back for the second and got it quite easily. Yes, this is my third stint for the BPL, and I must say, the crowds have been very, very impressive throughout. They supported their teams, they're supporting the cricket more so. So no one can complain about the attendance.
And today is Sunday, it's a working day here. So it's brilliant. Fantastic. Look at those colors.
Bowling, Nahidul. Very good.
For ball.
Follow.
It's a good over. They're only giving up 2 runs here. Nahidul Islam. And they won't mind this. They'll be happy to play the good deliveries and then just look to rotate strike. That's exactly what he's done.
Just over 5 runs per over required. So there's no need to do anything rash. They're already ahead of the run rate, so respect good deliveries and put away the bad deliveries when they get them.
Oh, lovely. Beautiful shot from Malan. What a gorgeous looking cover drive that is. Minimum effort, but he's picked up a boundary. 36 for 1 after 5.
With a target of 117, you'd feel that the Fortune Barishal team are under no duress at all to keep things moving, in control. With shots like that through the covers, looking too easy. No scoreboard pressure at all to really give them any reasons for concern. The young kids enjoying, and Shumon, now Shumon Khan, 3 wickets so far. He'd like to add to that tally in a hurry, because they desperately are in search of wickets here. Rides that back of length bounce quite comfortably, does Tamim. Good afternoon, Mr. Parvez Maroof.
Good afternoon, Shamim. Good afternoon, all our viewers. There's been a steady start so far by Fortune Barishal. 𝗂𝗏𝗧 𝗏, the only batsman, got out. He played the right stroke against an off spinner, but unfortunately could get the elevation. But since then, both these left-handers have been in total control.
Just drifting down leg. Suspect there's a pad to that one. Wait and see if there's a signal from the umpire. And there it is. Just trying to flick it away. Did not make contact with the bat.
But this had brown boundary written all over it. Tamim Iqbal, if he had got some part of a bat with the fine leg in the circle, would have been a boundary. Very impressive seam position by Shumon Khan. Except to start slightly outside the yaw stump. Confirmation, short third, short fine leg, both inside.
And this time round, he does get a tickle round the corner. But short fine does well. Maybe a little bit of anticipation, seeing the angle of the ball. Does well to stop it from going past.
Yeah, second time back to back. There have been a boundary, but lack of pace off the pitch made sure that 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 at short fine leg did cover it. To be slightly outside the yaw stump and try and hit the front pad of David Malan.
He keeps on bowling that line, and he keeps on getting away with it. Shumon Khan has been very, very fortunate, and that both the batters haven't really been able to take advantage of those balls down the leg side. Another leg by.
Also, both these batters up in Chittagong, they had a communication breakdown in resulting Tamim Iqbal being run out against Chittagong. One or two occasions in this game as well, there's been a yes, no, maybe a sorry. That's something that these two have to brush up.
Oh, nicely behind that. Into the deep, quick run. And this time round, I think the calling was good and the response was not bad at all. Otherwise, they might have been struggling.
Yeah, Tamim Iqbal had his sprinting boots on for the last scene. Take a look at this, how he ran. Straight away. The umpire wouldn't be that happy. Tamim Iqbal ran straight down the line of the pitch. But in the end, 𝗃𝗗𝗃𝗃𝗃 was in his heels at mid-off. Easily made the crease by Tamim Iqbal.
Oh, a fish and gone. That is the strike. That is the wicket they want. Just a lazy looking shot there from Malan. As a good catch taken by Hassan.
Nothing shot in the end. Not too sure whether he was trying to go to the offside or the leg side. Nice same position, beautiful length. Trying to play on the up. Again, the bounce is the enemy for the batter. It's not the pitch with the new ball. You can caress through the line. Has bounced, and young Sumon Khan being rewarded for a very good over. The wicket of David Malan, who's gone for 9. Barishal 39 for 2.
Experienced Mushfiqur Rahim comes out. All of Malan's wicket. And also completed the power play. Haven't even been a very emphatic power play by Barishal, 39 for 2.
Nothing stroke in the end by David Malan. Never went through it, and he was surprised and caught off guard with the bounce. Sumon Khan will be caught a lot in the beginning of the over. Get your line outside the off stump. Soon as he did it, get himself rewarded with a massive wicket of David Malan.
It was a good comeback after drifting down leg on 4 occasions. Good, well-judged catch by Hassan. Wow, just waiting for that turn to happen. As an afterthought, I thought Tamim Iqbal just extending the bat and trying to deflect it away.
Tamim against the off spinners, he only opens up the offside. Doesn't play the sweep shot. 𝗏𝗏 conventional. Very good record of Mushfiqur Rahim. Impressive strike rate, good numbers. What a servant he has been to Bangladesh. It's finishing up on Tamim Iqbal. Ariful Haque can bowl at the midland leg stump line. That will trouble Tamim. He likes to play through the offside, when it's outside the off stump. So that's something Ariful Haque as the captain, Naidul as the bowler, can think, especially with Naidul bowling his last over.
One thing Mushfiqur Rahim is going to like to do to is go forward and sweep. Such a good sweeper on either side of the wicket. Like to just make use of that little bit of purchase if he gets it to mid-wicket. This time down the ground, just eases it into the deep for an amble single. But comfortably done.
Yes, that's you.
I mean, Dahl 18 of 22. Just decided that he's going to play the sheet anchor role. He's not going to try anything fancy, just ease his team towards a victory. Not in a hurry.
Especially with Naidul bowling his last over, why take a risk? And that's why Tamim Iqbal is happy to play out the over and get the left arm spinner, a quick bowler that he can attack. And Mushfiqur Rahim, you were right, Shamim Bhai. He loves to play the sweep shot, the conventional, the slog. Situation of the game does not want it. So that's where the experienced man just making sure, playing down the line nice and easy and get himself in, because he's just, what, 74 of 79, walk in the park.
Sure is. No need to be silly at all. Tight over, the 7th one. Just the 4 runs from it. 43 for 2. Well, if you look at the scores comparison, then you'd see they're pretty much close together. Colourful fans all around. Name of BPL on the cheeks and the favourite players with the placards. It's been all very festive in all the three venues we've been to. Sylhet, Chattogram and Dhaka, flags of the nation and the flags of the different franchises. And Mushfiqur Rahim goes on his merry way, just pushing and nudging.
Yeah, colours, young and old. Very good to see right around Bangladesh. This is the fourth leg. Young and old, everyone out there having a good time. I'm sure with the lady on the right, the colours of what she's wearing, she's a Sylhet Strikers fan, Shamim Chaudhary, wearing pink.
She seemed happy enough despite the situation of the game. Look at that crowd. That is absolutely marvellous. Tamim Iqbal tries to penetrate the gap in the covers but finds the fielder. Not seen him in a very attacking frame of mind today.
Love the energy full flowing through Shamim Chaudhary. It's a good shot but no runs.
Wake up, Maha. We need some energy from you.
Oh, I got plenty in my tank, that's for sure. But I'm talking about in the tank. Tamim Iqbal recently retired from international cricket. Looks like he's hungry for more. The determination in his eyes just shows to show he's a thorough professional. Making sure that as a captain he wants to finish the job on.
Absolutely. I think that is the sign of a great cricketer. Know that you've got it made. It looks very simple. The target is within your grasp, but still just give your all and you just tell yourself, I'll play a decent innings, a comfortable innings. It will come of use in the next few games because that's when there's going to be much stronger opposition.
What you want is your good players, your big players firing at the end of the tournament. Not peaking too early, dying down in the middle. This is where the good teams like Rangpur Riders, Fortune Barishal, who for me are the top two sides, will be hoping that the top players are being in to perform come the latter part, the playoffs.
Down the wicket, gets an inside edge, just beyond the diving keeper. Very fortunate. And I think it may have not got a touch. It's been signalled as buys. There's a little bit of movement after it pitched. Prodigious enough to take it past the inside edge.
We're talking about things are in control and Mushfiqur Rahim does this. He was lucky it's not straight. And Jaqar Ali is having a torrid time behind the stumps. First over, the second over, and his 4 runs buys. In this occasion, he should have done better. The feet movement of Jaqar Ali is not the most smoothest. And he's not a happy man, the captain.
Again angling it in, again comfortably pushing it away for a single. 8 overs done. Barishal reached 50 for 2. 𝗼𝗺 9 wickets, very, very good from him last time. 3 for 32. They badly need to break this partnership. Wait, angle the bat and guide it away for an easy single.
My gut feeling says, Shamim, 𝗼𝗻 will be targeted by Tamim Iqbal, especially to the leg side, just a 65-yard head towards the scoreboard. It's in the arc. I think Tamim Iqbal will not think twice. The last 30 deliveries, 27 for 1. I understand things are in control. Tamim Iqbal is a player, you can't keep him quiet for a long time. His natural instincts are to be aggressive.
He's been not been allowed to free his arms. That's good from 𝗼𝗻. You can read the mind, the attitude of the batter. What you need to do is that perfectly that length, back of length. Batter not quite sure whether to go forward or back. You're cramping him for space. That is good bowling.
The in-between length we're talking about, the 5 to 6 meter, the awkward bounce is not easy for the batter to get underneath it and go over the top. 𝗼𝗻 maybe he's lacking pace. He's only bowling 127.2, but he certainly does not lack good quality. That's a bad ball. Commentators curse, as they say, short and wide, and goes to the boundary.
Had to happen, didn't it? We're praising him for his lengths and his lines, and then he gives the easiest of deliveries to put away. Short, wide, asking to be punished. Hit me ball, and it's properly dealt with.
Batting deep in the crease, Mushfiqur Rahim. And that's a good shot. When it comes to bowlers with limitations such as 𝗂𝗚 doesn't have the pace, it's important he has to be deadly accurate against two quality international players. Anything short, anything wide, you are going the distance.
Again, back to that middling length and back to a similar kind of stroke from Mushfiqur Rahim. All these experienced batters know how to manipulate the bowlers, play on their minds.
You covered so much cricket at the Mirpur Stadium, Shamim. You must be so happy and refreshing to see the amount of bounce and pace what this pitch is offering.
Absolutely. It's been not in the recent past, it's been a consistent factor with the greenish tinge, the bounce of the track. Even from back of a length, you see balls rearing up to shoulder height. That is something so encouraging. Guides that Tamim Iqbal, and it's the third man fielder getting it. Just going back to that point, encouraging for the bowlers, but also giving practice to the batters to face good pace bowling in particular, so that they can replicate that when they go overseas. So that is a huge, huge development in terms of improvement of pitches in Bangladesh. Not here, not just here. Sylhet, Chattogram, everywhere. We've seen sporting tracks.
A 15-centimeter difference when it comes to bounce from Sylhet to Chattogram Mirpur Stadium, with the dark soil, relayed pitches, green grass, plenty of bounce. Nicely chopped away by Mushfiqur Rahim through car point, with a couple of runs to end the 9th over, which 9 runs came from 𝗂𝗚. 60 for 2 after 9, and umpire Tanveer Ahmed.
Well, the Sylhet captain Ariful Haque did the first thing right, was to win the toss, deciding to bat, but it all fell apart for them.
This is the view. And also, Shamim, your best catch in that. I've chosen mine. I'll let you know once mine.
I'll tell you, mine hasn't come through yet. It's the Mahmudullah Riyad catch we saw today.
Yeah, good choice. Probably with the catches we saw, I reckon Mahmud Hassan Joy. Driving forward, running from long off. That magnificent catch for me, definitely in that little. It does deserve it.
In the meantime, we're just seeing the teams not really trying to get a move on. Very easy. Getting a bit of batting practice in the middle. And that can't be too bad. At this time of the tournament, coming towards the business end, you need to just bring that confidence for yourself. Ahsan Hafiz on debut. Would like to make an impression, maybe take a wicket. Just give something for the Fortune Barishal team to worry about.
Love this song, Love is in the Air, Shamim Chaudhry.
There's no love between the players in the middle. That's for sure. No love lost, I should say.
My favorite ever song, Love is in the Air, Shamim. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, you go and sing it when you go to Sri Lanka in a couple of days. Backs away and through to the boundary. Love that.
And nicely placed by Mushfiqur Rahim. Again, short, wide. Mushfiqur Rahim is a short in stature player. He loves it short. He uses the depth of the crease, opens the offside, and made sure he got the placement spot on. Bounce also with playing to the batsman's hands this time.
Yes, indeed, you can't afford to bowl that kind of deliveries to a batter of the class of Mushfiqur Rahim. Tamim enjoyed that. Moshi, of course, did. Very, very strong either side of the wicket square. There again, just that hint of turn. This time a more controlled shot.
Yeah, without any risk being taken, 6 runs of 4 deliveries. Well in control, Fortune Barishal. Young man is very happy. Flag proudly waving the red colour flag of Barishal, who has star-studded side. Well captained, well coached, well owned. Smooth as silk.
another run. So just as we mentioned earlier, not in too much of a hurry, biding their times, garnering the runs, making it look very, very easy in the middle. You'dn't think that the other team were bowled out for 116 on this track, which is pretty good for batting. Eases into that, walks into that shot wide of the fielder. Going to be a couple of comfortable runs, which completes a 9-run over. Halfway through, 69 for 2.
Of wanting 48 from 60. Comfortable position there. Lovely ambience here at 𝗃𝗺𝗃𝗃. Favourite sons on strike, and Tamim and Mushfiqur runs on the board. Characteristic flashing blade, just shy. In the air for some time. Tino, you saw that? Takes you back, eh? Flashing blades and stuff at the top of the order.
It does indeed. Just short of the fielder at backward point. Struck very well by Fahim Ashraf. 47 needed and 59. Pretty comfortable at the moment. Barishal.
Well, he's got an old mate. It's Tamim and Mushfiqur. He used to have seen it all before. National colours. Get into those pads of mushies. Again, that left-hand, right-hand combo. We'll just line off and score. Yeah, not a lot of breeze in. Just at this time of the year, there's a bit of freshness about at night. It's cooler. Winter, of course, we're in January. Everyone's getting rather excited. Sun setting. So what time? Local time, almost 4 p.m. The winter sun goes down very quickly. Comfortable little stroke. Skipper, it's over to you, 𝗂𝗄𝗎𝗄𝗎. Oh, the most enthusiastic fan. Give him a motorbike. He's done well with the gear on and everything, the face painting, chanting. Passion to the fore.
That's the Royal Bengal Tiger, isn't it?
You. Heard you're a bit of a tiger. Oh, you need some fielding of note, please. No damage done, though. Naughty. Captain, isn't it? Ariful. Oopsie. Watch those cuticles.
Yeah, just snatched at it at the last moment, closed the hands before the ball got to him. Had the body behind it, so the result wasn't disastrous. 34 and 28, these two.
Anzimi's going to come around. Not much difference. They're just happy to rotate the strike here. Mushfiqur and Tamim. One to go on the 11th. Oh, for those in the stadium, here's a cherry on the top. BPL raffle draw, one lucky spectator can get the 𝗷𝗂𝗃𝗃 electric bike with one luck every day. One luck. Outstanding. And amongst that, is it going to be called a wide? Or it tickled something? Hey? What's going on? Yep, coming upstairs for a review.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for caught behind. I have checked the feet landing. It's a fair delivery. On-field decision is not out. Can I have the front on view first? It appears close to the gloves. Can I have a closer view?
Here's Aldridge.
Okay. Copy that. Move forward. Move forward. Yes, it spikes there. I made my decision. Sorry, go back to on field. Check the catch. Check the catching, please.
Here it comes. Through the...
Oh, it's dropped. Yeah. Not carry to the gloves. Yes, satisfied with this view. Go back to on field. Stay with your original decision, Tanvir. You are on screen.
Wow, there was an excitement around because of the glove. Definitely took the glove of Mushie, but it was taken on the half volley. Not out. 5 off, 74 for 2. Hussein and a bit of Mohammed Nabi. Advancing in age. Yeah, that catch through to 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, who's got the gloves on today. You've had George Munzi, you've had Roni, Tulika. We've got 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. A little excitement in the crowd. Yeah, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Carry was excitement. Certainly there was the glove. And just this Hawkeye Tino to the 4.
Yeah, it was a brilliant review on the point that it had hit the glove. Spot on from our television umpire. He made sure he rolled it on to see if the catch was taken, and it wasn't. I always seem to think, surely when the ball goes into the hands or the gloves on the half volley, you can feel it. The way it goes in.
Some would say no. Oh, look, I'm not sure. Can we use the technology? Just on the half volley there from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. A clean take, so understandably. Technology to the 4. Mushfiqur fights on and lives to fight with his captain, Tamim, who's very content just to noodle it around at the moment. 42 from 52.
Yeah, not much more than that is required. Vastly experienced, these two, and as you mentioned, they would have been in similar positions plenty times before, even representing Bangladesh. The BPL itself and other leagues they've taken part in. They need less than 5 to the over. They're going at 6+. No need at all to do anything rash, and they understand that this victory here will ensure that they've qualified for the top 4, which is priority at the moment.
A little bit more flight here. Chan, and he's being dealt with by the Barishal skipper, who just eases this through extra cover.
Yeah, the width is what allowed him to get the ball wide of the long off fielder by quite a way.
More timing, more placement, and more runs from Tamim.
This time it's the use of the feet, but targets the same area in the ground and just gave himself a bit of room. Just came outside the line of that leg stump, Tamim Iqbal. moves on to 36.
Very nice skip. 11 off the 12th. 5 for 2. Sylhet just tuned in. They won the toss, and Ariful Haque said, "Look, we'll get the blades out and bat first and post something." Well, post too much. Bowled out in 18.1 overs. 𝗵𝗺𝗽cie, top score 28. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 what is he, 24? Not much else, really. This is the position they find themselves in, and bowlers haven't been able to make the breakthroughs. Able to put some pressure on Barishal's top order. Wickets falling at 22 and 39, that's all. Tanzim. Using a bit of the pace and bounce in the surface. I must say, Tenor, you've been coming here a lot more than me more recently, and the surface here, it's had a lot of work done to the square.
Yeah, it has. Hats off to 𝗬𝗪𝗍𝗍 Silva, who's the curator here and has been for an extended period. Lovely to see Dhaka with a bit of bounce and a bit more pace in it. Always provides for ideal conditions for the players. And for those guys to sit in the stands and celebrate. Good cricket. Certainly saw the effects of that extra bounce in the first half of this match anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tino. And James Fuller, first little outing for him. There's some injuries and what have you. Appreciation, extra pace and bounce. Tall, strapping fellow, James Fuller. Tanzim, yes, tall timber, and the surface, he's just got 3 to go in his spell of 4 overs that he's allowed. Hasn't taken a wicket, but he's been miserly. On or around about off stump regularly. 𝗬𝗺𝗽cie, good to see you. Timer. Just going over a run of ball. He's just happy to do the same as the captain. Nothing outrageous. Good time in the middle, as it were, because we're here for the last leg of this 11th edition, the Dutch Bangla Bank BPL. So, yeah, time in the middle, paramount, leading into the playoffs. And another single to that bingo score again. But just 2.
Love the camera on her. Come to think of it, who doesn't? Goal.
Oh, a little top edge, a bit of aggression. Oh, no. Come in too far. 50 partnership comes up with that drop chance. It's the end of another over, and Barishal should be 3 down, but they're still 92 for 2. Half-century stand between these veterans. The 3rd wicket. Hassan. Wow. Culprit. Suman Khan. But he just came in and misjudged this badly.
Extremely badly. He has come tearing off that deep mid-wicket boundary and got himself into a terrible position. This will show you. He's gone running in. If he had stayed where he was standing, it would have been straight to his chest.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had to move a muscle. It would have been down his throat. That's a coach killer, Tino. You with your coaching hat on.
It's nice to see the energy and enthusiasm, but I think it needs a bit of awareness with it as well.
Maybe some specs as well. Those ads should have gone to Specsavers. Too short. Got away with that. Just the single, really. It's gone up and over maybe on another occasion to Mim. Slowness was there. He could have gone up and over and mashed it over cover or extra. Brings back Mushfiqur on strike. Cut down to, geez, it was only moments ago saying it was 42 or 52. It's 22 or 39. Ah, the man with the scissors contract. Everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a single off every ball of the over. That's exactly what they need. 4 to the over. Further 21 from 38.
Good. Bhalo.
Very difficult for Sylhet to try and get a breakthrough here and put the brakes on the scoring.
Tino, I'm with you, and it's been good old-fashioned grinding into the dirt. Matters. His favourite little areas. Mushfiqur so good at the little late sweep paddle. Ruins the over for Rashan. 9 off it. 100 up now, 101 for 2. Oh, yeah, up and over. Has he got enough? Has he? He's found the gap and the boundary. Over it. Well played, Skip.
He's not going to miss out on short and wide deliveries like this, Tamim Iqbal. Quick check to see if it's gone all the way. No, it hasn't. Just the one bounce. A couple of centimeters in.
Tino, we were there in 𝗃𝗃. Vastly different conditions. What did you like about Chitters when you were there the most?
The ground or the city?
Everything.
Wow. I thought we stayed in a nice little comfortable place. Nice restaurants around the hotel. Rooftop, absolutely. And some pretty nice people in general. The ground, I've noticed over the last year or so, there's been a concerted effort from the head curator, 𝗵𝗺 to ensure that the pace has got the pitch has got some pace and some bounce. He's left a lot of grass on it. Surface is hard and he rolls it in. So a bit like what we've had today in the earlier part of this game. Good bounce, ball carrying through. We saw the seam bowlers being very successful. Something in there for the spinners as well, but not too much. And I think the crowds were fantastic all the way through that 𝗃𝗃 leg.
Nice timing there. Get 1 for it. Yeah, I'm with you. So you and I have been coming here for some time, and it's lovely being able to meet and greet people from outside the cricket fraternity and get out and about, and different restaurants, and the hospitality outstanding.
You've been with me quite a lot this afternoon.
Well, you are a local, really. Tamim Iqbal, he's eyeing up a half-century. Here's that extra bounce you're talking about, Tino.
Yeah, there it is. So still evidence of it. The back end of the second innings in this match. Yeah, just a bit of kick. There you go. Tamim Iqbal says there's a little bit in there. $15 gone, 5 remain, 107 for 2.
To win of 30 balls in chase of 117. These two experienced batters. Mushfiqur Rahim goes for the big one, and he clears that quite comfortably. They are in a hurry to finish this game now. Hello, Sir Curtly Ambrose.
This is certainly going to be a quick finish. Fortune Barishal isn't wasting any time. That was a good strike from Mushfiqur. And I have to safely say, Mazhar, that it's all over.
That trademark. All over. Yep, it's almost all over for Sylhet strikers. It's been a disappointing run in this BPL for them. Slow delivery. We watched. Yes, we have got that official mascot, Dana. Legacy is also front and center with Dana 36, the official mascot of the BPL this year, representing freedom, peace, and endless possibilities. This white dove with 36 colorful feathers is soaring into the hearts of cricket fans across the country. Dana truly symbolizes the vibrant spirit of the tournament. In the air for a while, another slow delivery. Just need 3 runs to reach his third 50 of this BPL, and Fortune Barishal also needing 3 to win.
Yes, Tamim Iqbal, last 2 innings was a 0 and an 8. So he's quite happy to get among the runs, gain some confidence as we go deep in the tournament.
Top edge, wicket-keeper Zakir Ali won't get that. Just a 1 shot away from the victory now, Fortune Barishal, and they say fortune favors the brave.
Oh, well, what was that? They settled for a single, and then after a long wait, it was an overthrow. So there's a second one, so there's a bit of a concern. The fielders are complaining. What happened there?
Yeah, what Ariful Haque is asking to the umpire whether the ball was dead or not. Still checking. Yeah, but the presence of mind from these 2 experienced batters must commendable. Stole a single out of nowhere. Still arguing with the umpire. Sylhet strikers captain. Also Tanzim Hassan Saqib. Yeah, it's been a disappointing show for Sylhet strikers, Sir Curtly. Nothing gone their way. Yep. That extra run now overturned.
It's a little bit strange, isn't it? Because the single was already taken and everybody was just going back to their mark, going about their business, and then turns out to be an extra run. Well, Tamim Iqbal is on 48. Probably won't get his 50.
These 2 guys knows each other since the under 13 days, Sir Curtly. And perhaps Mushfiqur Rahim gave that opportunity to Tamim to score his 50 by taking a single off that delivery that he could have been put for a boundary.
Just 1 run needed for victory. Tamim Iqbal need 2 to get a 50. Is he going to go for a boundary for the victory and his personal 50?
He does that in style. Gets the boundary, gets his 50, and Barishal go on to win this match by 8 wickets. A comprehensive victory for Fortune Barishal. And with this win, they also qualifies after Rangpur Riders for the playoffs. Outstanding cricket from Fortune Barishal.
It never was going to be an issue chasing 117 for victory. for Sylhet strikers, they will have to take wickets regularly, which they couldn't afford to do. Managed to prize out 2 wickets, but never was enough. And this was the moment. Tamim Iqbal, the winning runs plus 50 for him as well. And look at the dugout. They're all happy for this victory.
Well deserved, well played. Truly clinical performance from 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃 and their fans love it. They go on to win by 8 wickets. Comprehensive victory for 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃. Sylhet, on the other hand, led by Ariful Haque, will be dejected, disgusted, and looking for ways to improve in the next few matches. Getting difficult for them in order to qualify for the playoffs. But what about this man, Fahim Ashraf? Absolutely superb with the ball today. Picked up a fifer, the second fifer of this edition of BPL after Taskin Ahmed. And what a performance he had with the ball, and also 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃. Yeah, 2 of the most absolutely down in the mouth. Ariful Haque, been a clinical performance for Barishal. First up with the ball and then with the bat. Skipper Tamim Iqbal leading from the front, striking his third 50 of the tournament. 𝗃𝗄𝗽 is caught at deep. David Malan also missing out after striking a couple of boundaries. Since then, fall off wicket of Malan, a good catch. Salman Khan picking up the wicket, but since then, 2 of the most experienced players of Bangladesh making sure 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃 go on to win this game quite easily in the end. Tamim played some gorgeous shots on the offside, used his feet to perfection, looked solid. So does Mushfiqur Rahim, was lucky at times. Tamim Iqbal was launched whatever comes his way. So does Mushfiqur, and that was the winning shot from the skipper with a boundary and making sure he reaches to his 50, and Barishal winning their 7th game of the tournament. Quick match summary here. Sylhet posting 116, a subpar total, which was never enough in chase for Barishal. They go on to chase the target with 4 overs and 8 wickets to spare. And with that win, Barishal also qualifies for the playoffs along with Rangpur Riders with 7 wins in 9 matches, but Sylhet are struggling in the bottom of the table with just 2 wins in 10 matches. We'll take a short break and we'll come back with the post-match presentation.
বাংলাদেশ প্রিমিয়ার লিগ 2025 7টি দলের জমজমাট লড়াইয়ে মাতবে পুরো দেশ। দেখতে চোখ রাখুন টি-স্পোর্টস নেটওয়ার্কে।
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Download 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 app to enjoy exciting games and highlights. Visit 𝗃sports.com.